morning, my dears. How are you? Am I audible?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Ana Vero Bejarano. Adri, welcome. Ellie, welcome. Are you ready for this class?
Yes.
Excellent, very good. So today, one second. Today, the class, we have a great topic, macronutrients, the fuel of your body. I want to know, Ana Vero, I want to know what is it about, because I'm very sure that is amazing. Listen, we are in the class 10. I am so happy that we made it this far. Yes. And Adri, can you help me to read this quote, please?
Macronutrient balance is the foundation of any healthy diet. It's about finding the right combination of protein, carbohydrates, and fats to fill your body.
Joy Bauer. Excellent. Very good. So here we have these thinking questions to start our class. What do you know about macronutrients? I need to be honest, Ana Vero. I don't know a lot about it, but I'm sure that I'm going to learn today. What do you remember about the 5 steps to raise your awareness? We saw that with Ana Vero last class. I remember that it was writing. Adri, do you remember? Ellie, do you remember? Ana Vero, do you remember what else she was saying? It was like to write, also to feel, also to breathe. And Vero, you are going to help us with the review later.
Sure, of course.
And Ellie is writing about the other question. It's fats, protein, carbs, and one is missing, right? Fats, protein, and carbs. There are 3 or 4, Ana Vero.
You are talking about specific about macronutrients? Yes, macronutrients, specifically these 3 that you said.
Okay, very good. Ellie, so you have a star. Very good. And Vero, can you help us to remind us the 5 steps to raise your awareness?
Sure. Remember that we have to be aware, we have to ask, we have to write, we have to meditate, and we have to, again, continue practicing these 5 steps.
Excellent. Very, very practice. And the last question, how have you felt with the meditations? Well, Adri, how have you felt with the meditations, my dear?
I feel good.
Excellent. I also, when you start making the meditation, I feel so great. My name is Cristina Mauricio. I'm going to be with you guys today. And in the agenda, we have macronutrients, the fuel of your body, intuition, and meditations. And let's start, Ana Vero, with your first topic. The floor is all yours. Let me make you host. Let me see. And then there you go. So you can share your screen.
Sorry, doctor, we can hear you.
Really, thank you very thank you very much. So let's talking about macronutrients. But first of all, I want you to know, I want to know if you know what essential means. Why we said that macronutrients are essential, do you know? Why do we say they are essential more than the fuel of our body?
Like it's like the minimum or like the The most important?
The most important, let me tell you that for our body, essential is everything it needs, but it cannot produce itself in a good quantity. So these are things that we need to eat, or we need to take of the elements of the food to have it in a great or in a good quantity. Yeah,
So
that
it's like the minimum, right?
no, because if we have the minimum, if we said the minimum, it's when we don't have good health.
Ah.
I can explain about what I want to say you. So macronutrients, that is why last 3-4 weeks, we have been talking about specifically one of them. If each we have been talking about each one of them because they are essentials. So if we don't have the knowledge about the importance of each one of them, it's going to be difficult for us to eat them consciently. Yes. So that is what I want to say you, that everything in our body that we need, because we cannot produce enough. I mean, our cells have this beautiful work to transform everything that we eat in something that it is going to be good for us. But if we don't guarantee ourselves to give them almost these three important macronutrients, that's why they say or they mention as macronutrients. Yes. So if we don't give this in a good quantity, in a good quality for our body, it's when our body starts to get sick. Okay. Well, so macronutrients are well, macronutrients and micronutrients. There's another, and this is going to be our next class. But today, macronutrients are essential nutrients that the body needs in large quantities to maintain its structure and system. And this is the principal objective that we need to be focused on to maintain our structure and our systems working in a good way, in a great way. So they provide energy and support various bodily functions. The three main macronutrients, as we say, as this class, are fats, carbohydrates, and protein. And the other thing that I want you to know, and I want to share with you, is that eat with pleasure, eat with joy, eat with gratitude, because eating is much more than nourishment. And it is different. It is different to eating, and it's different to nourishment. Okay? So if we don't have this consensus, we are eating our nutrients can be enough, how do I say, aprovechar? They can enough
Take advantage of.
yes, we can't take advantage of them. So this is only a remember. Lipids, I want you to know that we need them, vegetables and animal lipids. Both of them are necessary for us, and both of them are macronutrients. Carbohydrates, talking about every kind, every kind of vegetables and fruits. Okay, any kind of them. Let me here. Okay. I have a problem here. No, yeah, really. Okay, carbohydrates and proteins as the same as lipids. We need animal and vegetable protein. So please be careful when you prepare, when you mix your ingredients in a recipe, to have all of them are important. Okay. Well, here we are going to see that we need this. What is the main sources of each one of these carbs? We can find them more than in vegetables and fruits. We can find them in many kind of lentils, for example, beans. Don't be scared about eating legumes because they are a great point or a great source of carbs and protein. Quinoa, for example, oat, etc. And all of these, the principal function is energy for the day. Proteins, well, we have many kind of proteins. Maybe what we normally know or normally acquire it from animals, beef jerky, turkey jerky, crude, lean ground grass feed, beef, of course, nuts, seeds, nut butters, fatty fish. For example, these nuts and these seeds, the same as we said due to legumes, from legumes, don't be scared about eating them. Every time we can eat them mixed in with our vegetables, they are going to be a great combination for us. A great quantity of macronutrients we can get from these mixes, such as well, fatty fish, for example, salmon, full fat dairy products, and meat alternatives. How could I say? For example, milk. Milk is another great item because many people have the wrong idea that milk is bad. Milk is not bad. I think milk is a great nutrient, a great kind of food that we can eat. But what we need to know about milk is if milk is good for me. So this is something that we need to know each one by one. Only the person can experiment if milk really is bad for you. If milk is bad for you, of course you don't need to eat them or to drink it. So, but I want you to know that milk is not bad. What it is bad, or it is how do I say it is toxic for us from milk. It's from where place this milk comes to. What kind of aliment that animal get. So because that ingredient or that product which animals are aliments, it's what are going to be in us. So proteins, the principal function is construction, energy to construction. Okay. Vitamins, I annex vitamins in this item because they are, of course, they are essential, and they are found in vegetables, fruits, legumes, and of course, sea salt. Don't forget sea salt. Okay, vitamins are there, the same as minerals. So this is very, very important for communication between our cells. And finally, fats that we can find in avocados, for example, almonds, olive oil, pecans, sunflower seeds, and many kind of natural oils like coconut oil. And as I said, we need fats from animals like butter, for example, and this beautiful fat from pig. I say the same that I said with milk. Try to eat fat from grass-fed animals, okay? Because fat is our stored energy. So we need all of them to have a healthy life. So here only have an example of macronutrients. Nuts, vegetables, fruits. And as you said in our table, sorry, as we said, well, in a specific kind of food, we can find 3 of them, 4 of them, 2 of them. So it's not difficult to eat healthy. So recommended quantities and percentage. The recommended daily intake for adults is 45 to 65% of carbohydrates, 10 to 35% of proteins, and 10 to 20% of fat. And I'm going to show you, this is how I propose to my patients to eat. And this is the way that I eat actually for my body. I put in my dish 60% of vegetables. These are complex carbs. We in other class have been talking about this. So we need complex carbs and simple carbs, but complex carbs need to be in a 60% in your dish, combined with 10% of fat. Okay, combine the fat with your vegetables, and this is the first element that I suggest you to start to eat. The second ingredient is protein, and protein I suggest you to eat 20% in your plate, in your dish. And finally, we need simple carbs. We need them. So I want you to to know this, because in this time of our life, in our society life, we have a serious problem with simple carbs. So we need to differentiate what kind or what are simple carbs, and we just talking about this, so I don't want to be repetitive with this. But maybe what I want you to know is that fruits, it's the best example of simple carbs that we need it. We need it in our dish. If you have problems with your sugar in your blood, for example, I suggest you to add simple carbs only in one of your time food. Yes, only on one of them. If you don't have any problem with your sugar in your body, you can add fruit in 3 times of your body, of your food, of your times or to eat, because simple carbs are important to facilitate all this work of digestion. So finally, I want you to know that now that we know all the elements that are chemically healthy for our cells, it's time to integrate the importance of thinking and sensations while we eat. Because it's more than nutrition. It is communication. It is information. The act to eat, it's love for ourselves. It's love for our body. So it is important to integrate all these macronutrients in our dish in order to help and to facilitate ourselves to do the best work they need to do, that we are healthy and that we could be healthy and happy. Okay. And I try to to give to you, I want to give to you this healthy recipe in which you can see this combination of these all macronutrients that we have. And we can do this combination whatever you want. This is only an idea, a spicy salmon poke bowl that I found there in internet. So this is only an idea, an example maybe, but and don't worry, this is going to be in our chat. So thank you. This is all from me to you today. I don't know if you have any questions.
Wow, dear doctor, that was amazing, amazing, amazing. Thanks so much for sharing. And my dears, I would love to listen to your comments. If you have any question, please let us know. Let me tell you something, dear doctor.
Yes.
I started this club in January. My life has changed a lot. But here, because I used to eat with guilt, always feeling guilty about the food, about the decision that I made. I was always worried about my weight, and the worst was the lack of energy, the lack of enthusiasm to do the things. So now when I go to buy food, I have a different perspective because I say, oh, those strawberries are delicious. They're going to be good for me. Oh, that avocado, that pineapple. So it's changing. And I love what you said, that food is love to yourself. It's not going to the spa or buying new shoes or, well, that's important, I know, but the most important is to take care of you. And if you are okay, of course, you're going to be doing great things. I am so grateful for that.
Yes, yes, and try to eat. We need to try to eat without scare.
Yes, without fear, right? And guilt.
Without fear, yes, without fear, without scare, yes.
And I think it is a problem because nowadays, how many people have diabetes, cancer, hypertension, blood pressure, like so many problems that with eating well, exercise, meditating, having a more relaxed lifestyle will be easier. My dears, if you have any questions.
I saw Liz raise her hand.
Okay, come on.
Hi, let me cross the street and I have a question that I want to ask because I just want to cross the street, okay? But I'll be right back.
Are you doing exercise, Liz?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And that is
I'll
great.
be back because I have a question. I just want to, I heard that Dr. Vero said the way she eats. I just want to know how she said she starts eating because I wanted to know, because I couldn't hear pretty good. I don't know if she can repeat that.
Yes, we want to know your secrets, Ana Vero. What do you do? Because
Yeah, I just want to know how she eats every time that she goes to eat. I don't know how many times, and that's what I want to know.
And what do you eat?
How many times? Yeah.
And,
Yeah, a time a day.
And how much? Because you look so fit and so beautiful, dear doctor.
Oh, thank you. So if I understand you, Liz, you want to know how I start to eat? How? And
yeah, every day when you eat, at what time do you eat, and how do you eat on your plate? I saw your plate. I just want to know, you start with the veggies, or you start with the protein, or you start with, or you eat everything mixed?
No, great question. Thank you very much, Liz. No, I start with veggies. I start with vegetable. A lot of vegetables. 60% of my dish is vegetable, and I mix them with fat. So I prepare them sometimes with butter, ghee butter. This is the fat that I usually use. Ghee butter to prepare my vegetables, and more than this butter, I add olive oil to my vegetables, and the 60% of my dish is vegetable. Then I eat proteins, 20% of proteins, any kind of proteins that I have, fish, beef, or whatever.
Chicken, salmon.
Chicken, yes. This is the three most important kind of proteins that I eat. But of course, I eat eggs. And when I prepare my eggs, I use three eggs. And sometimes how do I say, instead of this kind of proteins, I use legumes as proteins, as vegetable proteins. I have a mix. How do I say polvo? Dos?
Yes.
So you use beans instead of animal protein, or what do you mean with legumes? What kind of legumes? Beans, yes, or peas, or what?
It's a mix that contains beans, lentils, garbanzos, And they are a mix that I buy in a little town near my city that have many kind of legumes mixed. I don't know how to say.
It's like a powder, right? It's going to be like a protein of legumes.
Yes, natural protein, and it have more. How do I say? Sorry, chicharos, beans. No.
Those
Green
are
beans.
green beans, no, chickpeas. Let me check, but those ones.
Chickpeas. I think chickpeas. Chicharos. Well, I'm going to give you the
Chicharos
correct
from
recipe.
peas.
Peas. Okay, thank you. I'm going to investigate for you the correct kind of this mix, because sometimes I use them in the morning, early in the morning. I use this mix of proteins, natural and vegetable proteins. They are. So I mix them with fat. In the morning, 6 o'clock, 5:30 o'clock a.m. But why it is like this? And at the end, like dessert, always I add a little fruit.
Wow, that's great. So complex.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Mhm.
Ellie. Complex carbs are vegetables, right? If I am understanding well, dear
Yes.
doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's so important. Your question was so good, Liz, because we want to know more and we want to be more fit.
Yes, I promise. What do you think if next class, let's speak more about, we are going to start to speak about intermittent
Fasting. Fasting, like
Yes, we are going to talking about this, and we are going to complement exactly what kind of proteins that I want to say you when I said vegetable proteins. Okay.
Okay, wow. I know, dear doctor,
Well,
you
I need to go.
Yes, okay. Goodbye, dear doctor.
Bye. Thank you very much. Have
Bye.
a great
Thank you
Monday.
for
Bye, Adri. Bye,
for
bye, Vero. Bye.
all your information, dear doctor, which was amazing. And let's continue now. Dear doctor, can you let me be the host, please?
Yes, and how could I do that? Only go out?
Yes, if you go out, I'm going to be the host.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, I hope